And a good afternoon to you all as I welcome you to Stony Brook Baseball on WSB 90.1 FM. I'm George Caratzas, joined by Alex Demaro as we both make our WSB debuts in what should be a high-scoring affair between the Stony Brook Seawolves and the LSU Tigers from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Stony Brook enters this game 1-4 after dropping their last three, including two last weekend against Purdue and this morning's matchup against the Northwestern State University Demons. The Tigers enter this game starting off 5-0 after winning the national championship last year, and they've steamrolled everyone that stood in their path, and they look to have the upper hand going into this one. It'll be a battle of the aces, with Stony Brook sending Eddie Smink to the mound, while LSU sends Thatcher Hurd, the senior right-hander, to the mound. Alex, what are you looking to see out of Stony Brook going into this one?
I'm looking to see good at-bats put together. You know, this is obviously one of the best teams in the nation. LSU is ranked number 2, and it's going to be a tough matchup for the Seawolves, but I think if they could put some good at-bats together, they should have a productive day.
There is history between these two teams, obviously, going back to 2012 when current head coach Matt Stank took this Seawolves team to the College World Series, obviously knocking off LSU in the Baton Rouge Super Regional. They lost the first game and came back, won games 2 and 3 to make their way to Omaha. Since then, they've only met once in 2017. It was a lopsided LSU victory, and since then, Stony Brook has transitioned to the CAA, and they haven't had much success in the CAA so far, but they have a promising future on their horizons. On the flip side, LSU, last year under Jay Johnson, his first year at the helm at LSU, they won the College World Series. They lost most of their lineup to the draft, and they still sit as one of the best teams in the country. So that just goes to show the strength of this LSU baseball program that should put up big offensive numbers, should give the Stony Brook hitters something to contend with on the mound. So, yeah, it should be a good game. We will come back with lineups and coverage coming your way here on WSB on our YouTube channel. So stick around. welcome back. We are going to start with today's pitching matchup, as it'll be a battle of the aces, as I mentioned. For Stony Brook, it'll be right-hander Eddie Smink. He made his season debut last Friday against Purdue. Got roughed up early, but he settled into a nice groove and worked out of some tough jams. He finished 5 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 4 walks. As I mentioned, the walks were an issue early for him, but he settled in. He features a fastball that'll reach anywhere from 94 to 96. Good slider, good breaking ball. For the Tigers, it'll be right-hander Thatcher Hurd. He's 6'4", so he's a big physical guy, and he'll sit in the mid-90s on his fastball. UCLA transfer last year, and he was LSU's opening day starter. He also got roughed up last week against VMI on their opening day. He only went 2 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs. But they did get the win in his start. They won 11-8 over Virginia Military Institute. The thing I'm going to look for with him is the .417 batting average against, which was a problem for him last week. So look for Stony Brook hitters to jump all over that.
Yeah, I think especially if you're LSU, you want to see a better start from the person who you gave the ball to on opening day. You want to see him go further than he did in his first start, especially with this guy coming over from LSU. Obviously, they see something in him, although he did have a close, near 6 ERA last season. I think they must see something in him, and hopefully he can, hopefully for them, he can find his groove in this start, because 4 earned runs and less than 3 innings pitched is not ideal, I'm sure, especially for this Tigers team that is expecting to be in the national title contention again this year.
Absolutely, and a couple things to note. Both teams have busy weekends. Stony Brook playing 4 games. They played this morning. LSU also has a busy weekend ahead of them, so they're going to look to get length out of their starting pitchers. The bullpens are going to be taxed come Monday, so they're going to need a big start out of their ace. Hurd was rated, despite the rough year last year, despite the rough start this year, he's ranked among the best draft prospects in the SEC, so obviously people are high on him. MLB scouts are high on him, so the talent is there, obviously. And they have other arms behind him that have pitched well, so it's going to be a big show for them to get a big start out of him today.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what this matchup holds. As you said, these teams do have history going back to 2012. Haven't played since 2017, so we'll see what happens in this matchup coming into today.
So offense is obviously the strong suit of this Stony Brook team. Last week, they scored 8 or more runs in 3 of the 4 games, and yet found themselves 1-3 on the weekend. Lost this morning, only scoring 2 runs. But the lineup that Hurd is going to have to contend with is one of the stronger ones in the CAA. It's going to start off with Evan Fox, the second baseman, all-time Stony Brook leader in stolen bases, hitting over 300 in his career. The senior is going to look to be a spark plug at the top of the lineup. Batting second is graduate student transfer Cam Santier. He's going to man center field today. Another guy with tons of speed, contact hitter, hit over 700 last weekend. He's going to be instrumental in setting the table at the top. Evan Goforth hits third at third base. He's a junior transfer from Indiana, and he also had a big weekend last weekend, smoking the first Stony Brook home run of the year. Matt Brown-Airing hits fourth. He's a senior left fielder. Hit his first home run of the year this morning, has 10 RBIs on the year, and has almost 100 RBIs in a Stony Brook career. Brett Paulson, the graduate student, hits fifth at first base. He hit .323 last year en route to a CAA All-Conference honorable mention. He's a graduate student, as I mentioned, so it's his last year here, and he will look to provide some run-scoring ability in the middle of that lineup. Batting sixth is a designated hitter Eric Paulson, no relation to the guy batting in front of him. He's a freshman out of Massapequa, New York. scouts and coaching staffs are high on him. He's a two-way player, so we might see him later in the weekend on the mound. But he's hitting sixth today, has a ton of power at the plate. Batting seventh is Matt Michelli. He's a junior shortstop, and he's got a great glove and went 2 for 3 this morning, had a big RBI triple last weekend against Purdue in their win on Saturday. Rob Taylor, the transfer from D2 New Haven University, hits eighth in right field. Good all-around player. He's a redshirt junior, but he has 4 years of NCAA play under his belt, so he's a very experienced outfielder. Look for him to get on base, steal some bases, and drive in runs. Batting ninth is the catcher Chris Leone. Great defender, great arm, great speed from the catching position. The bat leaves a bit to be desired, but he has hit so far kind of okay this year. So Stony Brook's going to hit this year. It's just a matter of whether their pitching can hold it down.
Yeah, I think what I'm most excited to see from this Stony Brook team today is the leadoff hitter, the guy we're going to see first, Evan Fox. I mean, you mentioned Stony Brook's stolen base leader, 92 career stolen bases, is first all time for the Seawolves. I'm excited to see what he can do if he can get on base, because he's a threat to run no matter who he's facing, no matter who's catching. He is a threat to run, and I'm excited to see if he can get on base, and especially in that first at bat to start the game. If he can get on base and then immediately steal a bag, that would be a statement start for the Seawolves. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to, and we'll get to see it as soon as this game starts.
And Fox has struggled this year. He had 214 last weekend, only went 1 for 4 this morning. So they have scored, and they've done it without their big spark plug at the top of the lineup. So I think if you add that ability at the top of the order and he starts to hit like everyone knows he's capable, that just makes this lineup so much better.
Yeah. Well, we got the game in 2 minutes. Or 1 minute, so we will come back once that game starts.
And welcome to sunny Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where it's 74 degrees, sunny skies, game about to get going between Stony Brook and LSU. LSU obviously ranked third in the country, so it's going to be a big uphill battle for the Seawolves. The defense for LSU will be Mac Bingham in left field, Paxton Kling in center field, and Josh Pearson in right. Pearson hit 2 home runs in their win yesterday. Tommy White's at third base. He's probably the big piece of this team that everyone knows. Obviously, the walk-off home run in the College World Series semifinals to send them to the finals last year. He's going to be drafted top 10 this year. Mike Braswell Jr. plays shortstop, good glove, and good power at shortstop. Stephen Malam, the freshman, who's been off to a great start in his college career, switch hitter, man second base. Jared Jones leading the team in home runs. He's playing first. And Brady Neal is behind the plate. He had a big grand slam last weekend, and he'll do the catching for Thatcher Hurd with Hayden Travinsky as the designated hitter. Tigers have just taken the field as Hurd is going through his warm-up pitches. Yeah.
Looks like an awesome day for baseball in Louisiana right now. Obviously, up north where the Seawolves are used to playing, it's a little bit colder, so you can see the Seawolves uniforms too. Some of them are already dirty because they've already played a game today. Could that be an advantage for them? They're already warmed up. They've played a full 9 innings already, or could that be a disadvantage because they could be tired. They've played the whole 9 innings. It could go either way. But we will see. First pitch should be coming up momentarily.
Yeah, a couple of, you're talking about advantages, disadvantages. Seawolves, despite the loss, only used 2 pitchers. We only saw Ty Saunders, who pitched last weekend. He got the start this morning, and JT Rabb came in relief and pitched, to some success out of the bullpen. The other thing, though, in terms of advantages, LSU, it's 74 there right now. It's been 74 all winter. Here we're sitting in the studio on Long Island, and it's been 30 degrees for the last few weeks. So we've been hitting inside. They've been playing full field live baseball all winter. So
certainly somewhat of an advantage, and I think, going back to what you said in their first game today, I think the Seawolves did have that in mind to let's try to not use our pitchers, let's try to not waste our bullpen because we have a bigger game coming up next. So we'll try to limit how many pitchers we use so we have everyone available on deck for number 2 LSU.
And like I mentioned, after today, 2 more games this weekend against Northwestern State and then a rematch with LSU coming up on Sunday. I'll be curious to see what the leash is from Matt Senk on Eddie Smink. I would think they want him to go deep into this game as Evan Fox steps into the box to lead off. Thatcher Hurd, working from the first base side of the rubber. His first delivery misses high for a ball, and we're underway from Baton Rouge.
Yeah, this is the at-bat I was talking about. You want to see Evan Fox get on here, set the tone, try to use his speed on the base paths.
Hurd's 0-1, fastball, middle of the zone. Fox chops it out to Braswell, couple of hops, throws it over to first for the first out.
Quick first out for Hurd. I'm sure that's exactly what he was looking for, coming off that start where he allowed 4 earned runs on opening day for LSU. So a quick start for him, and I'm sure that's what he's going to be looking for this whole game, just quick at-bats, get through these innings.
So now it's going to be Cam Santiers, who is a mid-year transfer to Stony Brook and played very well at Rhode Island College last year, stole over 50 bases. There was some uncertainty, what are you going to get from him as he swings through the first breaking ball? It's 0-1. Santier lit up Purdue pitching last week and went 1 for 4 this morning. So we'll see how his transition to D1 baseball continues as he takes Hurd's second breaking ball outside, 1-1.
You would like to see some longer at-bats from the Seawolves here, make Hurd work a little bit more, maybe get him rattled a little bit.
1-1 delivery, breaking ball taken outside again.
Yeah, you could see not chasing. They're making sure to stay with pitches in the zone. Don't let them fool you on those breaking balls.
Fox got a couple of fastballs before grounding out. It's been all breaking balls to Santier, who sees a fastball, clips the inside corner, even count at 2-2. Hurd taking his time in between pitches, comes set here. His delivery is a front door breaking ball, kind of a defensive swing, fouled into the LSU dugout.
Yeah, Santier had a good start to the season. I mean, coming into today, he was hitting .556 in their first 4 games of the season. So you'd like to see him get on base more. He had a .714 on base percentage heading into today. So you'd like to see him do that here.
And like I mentioned, he's another guy, along with Fox, that runs, and runs a lot as he swings through a breaking ball. But those two at the top of the lineup are going to be a couple of guys that Stony Brook needs to get going. It was a fastball, middle in, Santier behind it. Hurd gets his first strikeout of the night, or afternoon, I should say.
And that seems to be a big part of Hurd's game, overpower these guys with the fastball. He had 4 strikeouts, even though he had a pretty bad performance in the first start of the season.
So now it'll be Evan Goforth, the junior third baseman out of Indiana that I just mentioned, as he fouls off the first fastball. Looks like it clipped a bit of the umpire there, so we're going to take a little delay as the catcher, Neal, runs the ball back out to Hurd. Yeah, and that foul ball caught a clear shot at the home plate umpire Jeff Head's head. No pun intended. That's a breaking ball at the top of the zone, called for strike 2. So a quick 0-2 count on Goforth. Hurd has looked to be ahead of every hitter so far. Besides Fox, who swung at a 1-0 pitch, he's been ahead in every count. And that's a breaking ball painted on the outside corner. Strike 3 called, and Hurd retires the side in the order. So 1, 2, 3 go the Seawolves. A couple of strikeouts, one looking, one swinging. We will come back. LSU coming to bat. Eddie Smink to the mound. And welcome back as Eddie Smink takes the mound to face this LSU lineup, which is one of the best in the country. Stephen Malam is going to lead it off. He's the second baseman, switch hitter. Tommy White, as I mentioned, the big piece in this lineup, he hits second at third base. Hayden Travinsky, the designated hitter, he won SEC Player of the Week in the first week. He's hitting third for them. Brady Neal, as I mentioned, the catcher, who had a big grand slam last week, left-handed hitter, he hits fourth. Jared Jones at first base hits fifth. Josh Pearson, right field, hits sixth. Mac Bingham hits seventh in left field. Michael Braswell, the third, hits eighth at shortstop, and Paxton Klings in center field, hitting ninth. Eddie Smink's first fastball in there for a called strike on Stephen Malam. Smink, like I mentioned, hard thrower. His second pitch misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-1.
Yeah, Malam had a 4-hit game last week against VMI, so looking he could put together some pretty big performances, and we'll see what he could do here.
Breaking ball there inside, but he swung and missed. Malam's not a huge guy. He's just about 5'9", but packs a punch, switch hitter, plays good defense, and he gets tied up on that fastball and swings and misses. Eddie Smink's got his first strikeout of the game.
Just an awesome start for Smink. I mean, that's exactly what you want to do. Come out and look powerful in the first at-bat, and that's exactly what he did in that at-bat. Some powerful stuff. Hopefully he can keep that up.
And here comes the man of the hour, Tommy White, digging into the box. Obviously, one batting glove.
Tommy Tanks.
Came up as a freshman at NC State and electrified the college baseball scene, hitting numerous home runs in his first game, winning Rookie of the Week his first week. Eventually transferred to LSU, had a big year last year, over 100 RBIs in his career, and he swings at a fastball there above the zone, fouls it back, now 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, Tommy Tanks, took over the baseball world, college baseball world. In his first season with LSU, he had 105 RBIs in just 66 games. So this guy can do some damage and obviously hit some tanks. It's in his name.
Smink's 0-2, breaking ball grounded foul, wide of third.
This is the guy where if you can get past White here, you're in a good spot because you overpowered the first batter and you can get out their biggest option, biggest threat on offense.
Absolutely. Smink comes set in his windup, and a change-up there looks like fouled down at the plate.
He's putting together a good at-bat. He's fouling off some pitches all around the zone, really. He fouled that one off above in the zone earlier. That one was a little lower. He's fighting. He's battling. That's what makes him such a tough at-bat.
You mentioned the Smink overpowering Milan. That's something he struggled with last year. He was working behind hitters. White fouls off another fastball. But Smink struggled last week to overpower hitters, only had 3 strikeouts in the 5 innings. He's already got his first today and now working on an 0-2 count. Breaking ball sits outside. Smink, first base side of the rubber, as most righties do, and his fastball misses down and away. Chris Leone does a good job just to get a hold of that ball.
Yeah, Tommy Tanks here putting together a really good at-bat. Already been 7 pitches in this at-bat. He's fouled most of them off. See what he can do here.
And that one fouled away again.
Just keeps battling. That's what makes it such a good at-bat. That's what makes him so dangerous. He'll foul off the pitches he doesn't like, and then he'll pounce on that one pitch that he likes. He's waiting for it.
And, you know, as Alex has been calling him Tommy Tanks, there's more to his game besides the home run ball. He is a complete hitter. As he fouls off another breaking ball, it's been fastball, changeup, slider, anything Smink's got, he's matched him.
This is when you start to think, how do I beat this guy?
Absolutely. And it doesn't get much easier on deck. 2-2 offering is lifted in the air to center field. Santier gives ground a few steps shy of the track, brings it in for the second out.
And there you go. You got past the daunting task. And he did give that ball a ride, but not enough. Not enough of a ride.
Santier looks like it got caught a little bit in the sun, but he made the adjustment, made the play about waist high. And now it'll be Hayden Travinsky. As I mentioned, won the SEC Player of the Week his first weekend, hit over 400 and a home run in there, 5 RBIs, and first breaking ball to him misses in the dirt.
Yeah, if you're Smink, you really want this clean first inning against this team of all teams. So an out here, not allowing a runner, would be ideal for him.
Fastball sits outside again. LSU enters this game wearing their traditional home whites, Tigers script in purple across the front. Stony Brook wearing a little bit of an interesting uniform combination. the red alternate road jerseys and white pants on the road. Fastball missed down again. So it's 3-0 on Travinsky. Obviously with 2 outs, maybe no harm in working around the 3-hitter, but a fastball sits right in the middle of the plate, and it's 3-1.
Hitters count here.
Yeah, with a fastball-heavy guy like Smink, 3-hitter at the plate, look for a big swing. He takes fastball, good pitch on the outer half, looked like it clipped the outer corner.
Just clipped the outside of the zone.
Travinsky was on his way to first, says my bad to the umpire. We get set for a 3-2 offering. Fastball fouled back.
Yeah, you're not going to be getting easy at-bats with this Tigers team. And we saw it with Tommy White, and now we're seeing it with Travinsky here.
Smink might come at you with 95, 96. That might be among the best in the CAA, but SEC guys see this all the time. Looks like a breaking ball comes in, up and in. Don't know if it hit him, but it is ball 4 anyway.
Yeah, that's not what you want. You don't want to let this LSU offense get rolling, because once they start to get rolling, it won't stop. And now coming up is the catcher, Brady Neal. So you really want to get out of this first inning if you're Smink, which is what he'll be looking to do, obviously, here.
Well, even if LSU doesn't score here, they've gotten 20 pitches out of Smink through just 3 batters. His first breaking ball sits outside. Fastball right in the middle of the zone, taken for a called strike.
Neal's had a pretty good start to the season. I mean, 6 RBIs, 4 of those came from a grand slam against VMI in their opening weekend. So he is a threat at the plate, although he did struggle last year.
Fastball missed away. Yeah, that grand slam was part of a 27-5 7-inning victory over VMI. You know, they won the opening game 11-8. People were saying, "Oh, how are you playing such a close game? This is the national champion." And then they come in a few days later and put 27 on him.
3-1 now on Neal.
Fastball clips the inside corner. Another batter on his way to first base called back.
Yeah, that's the thing with this LSU team. I mean, you talked about that 27-5 victory. They are just looking to destroy other teams. They're not just looking to win, especially before conference play starts. So there's a walk to Neal, first and second now.
Breaking ball missed high. So we saw Smink getting ahead with fastballs against the first 2 hitters. Now he's leaned more on his secondary pitches, and he's getting behind. 27 pitches deep into this first inning. Hasn't gotten through it. A couple of walks here.
Yeah, that's a big thing. 27 pitch first inning, and it's not even over yet. So you're really looking to limit that pitch count. He's looking to get out of this inning here.
So now Jared Jones digging in. He's led the team in home runs. 3 of them already this year. Sophomore first baseman / catcher. He's playing first base in this one. Huge power out of the 5-hole. So first pitch missed outside. There's a breaking ball. Sits on the outer half for a called first strike.
Yeah, Jones is a dangerous hitter here. And this is not the situation you'd want to face him in with runners on base.
Infield overshifted. Fastball above the zone. He did offer at it. There was an appeal to first. First base umpire said he went.
That's big. Get ahead in the count here. Anything you can get, you'll take. And it looks like he did go around for a full swing.
Definitely cleared the plane. Smink, 1-2. Up and away. Did he offer again? They say he did not. Oof. Another close call.
That was almost a mirrored image of the pitch before. Same location, same swing, but I guess this time he didn't go around.
And this time it was Smink on his way off the mound, as first base umpire Kevin Sweeney did not give him the benefit of the doubt. That time, breaking ball, home plate umpire takes charge, calls him out, and Smink does escape the first inning despite the walks. Bit of a long inning, but 2 walks, no hits, 2 left. Seawolves coming to bat. Back with game action here as Matt Brown-Airing's going to lead off against Thatcher Hurd, who threw just 11 pitches in a 1-2-3 inning. Matt Brown-Airing, the senior, swings at the first pitch, breaking ball, grounds it through the middle past Braswell, and Seawolves got the leadoff man on. That's been their guy so far this year. Had a huge weekend last week against Purdue. Homered this morning. He's got a leadoff hit here in the second.
That's what you like. First hit of the game, get yourselves on the board. That's exactly what you want if you're the Seawolves. Get it started. And looking for any sort of offense to start this second.
So now Brett Paulson, the graduate student, digs in. High contact guy, high average hit. As I mentioned, hit .323 last year. And he takes a breaking ball, looks like off the plate there for ball 1-0.
Yeah, Paulson hit .323 last year. Has struggled a little bit this year coming out of the gate, coming into today. Just 1 for 13, but looking to change that narrative early in the season.
1-0 pitch, lined in the center field. It was a fastball up, and he lined it, dunked it in front of the center fielder Kling for another hit, back-to-back here for the Seawolves, looking to get something going. Fastball up, just stayed through that ball, lined it up the middle.
And that's exactly what you want. You know, you gotta start with offense, and 2 men on to start the second is exactly what you want.
So now the freshman, Eric Paulson, the designated hitter, is going to dig in. You know, Coach Sank, when we talk to him, sees big things out of this kid. Hitting 6th in their biggest game so far as he watches a fastball outside, 1-0.
Yeah, Eric Paulson, no relation to Brett Paulson, but he's looking to drive in Brett Paulson right now. Power bat, so this is exactly what you want with runners on and no outs. They're in a really good position to score here, and you got to come away with at least 1 run in this inning.
Brown-Airing at second leads a team, or tied for the leads, rather, in stolen bases. Good speed at second. Paulson, first baseman, doesn't run great at first, but a gap shot should score him as Paulson fouls off a fastball.
Paulson's a big guy, too, 6'3", 217 pounds.
Like I mentioned, two-way player. Throws 90 from the left side on the mound. Big power from the left side at the plate as he digs in against Thatcher Hurd's 1-1. Another fastball fouled back.
And Paulson is a first baseman, but he's been blocked from playing there from the other Paulson, who's been seeing time at first base. So he's sitting at the DH spot right now. So this is where he wants to help out on offense. He's not going to be doing much on defense while playing DH. So looking to do some damage here.
1-2 pitch in the dirt, gets away for a minute from Neal. Brown Ehring's going to get to third. No play as Tommy White came off the bag for the throw, so it'll be a wild pitch charge to Hurd, advancing both runners.
And now you want to do even more damage. You got a runner in scoring, not only a runner in scoring position, but now he's on third. So now a sac fly will score a run. You don't necessarily need a hit to score a run. And if you're looking to get on the board, which the Seawolves are, this is the chance to do that.
Paulson actually did not advance on that dirt ball, as Eric takes a breaking ball inside corner, but it clips the zone, called third strike looking.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch from Hurd. Just caught him looking.
Yeah, he was working both sides of the plate there. Hurd got him fouling off fastballs on the outer half and then comes inside with a breaking ball. Good sequencing there. We'll bring up Matt Maselli, the shortstop, who's not much of a hitter, but he's had success so far this year. 2 hits this morning. Takes a breaking ball outside, appeal to first, says he did not swing.
Yeah, and like you said, Maselli, not a big guy with the bat, but he does have some speed. He had a big triple against Purdue last weekend. We'll see if he can use that speed to get on base here.
Bases clearing triple, actually, that gave them a lead for their only win. And he's on a fastball there, lines it center field, and it'll fall in front of Kling for a base hit. So once again, the Seawolves hitting the fastball, working the middle of the field, and getting an RBI out of it.
That's exactly what you want if you're the Seawolves. Get on the board early against the second-ranked team in the nation. That makes a statement. And in the second inning, too. Strike before they can strike you. That's the way you want to do it, and that's exactly what they did. And now they still have runners on first and second with just 1 out.
Matt Maselli's been an absolute RBI machine out of the 7-hole this year so far. And we'll bring up Rob Taylor, another one of these guys who transferred from non-D1 schools. Good line drive hitter, solid power, solid speed in right field and out of the righty batter's box. As pitching coach, Nate Yeske goes to the mound. Bit of a meeting here with Hurd after Stony Brook strikes first.
Yeah, now you're looking to build on that momentum, build on that offense. They don't want to end with just 1 run now, especially after scoring first. You want to tally on as many as you can because, like we've been saying, this LSU lineup will be putting up runs. It's just a matter of time. So you want to get as many as you can up on the board before they start doing that.
The meeting disperses. Hurd back to his first base side. Comes set. First pitch to Taylor coming. And it's a fastball, just misses down. Looked like he might have gotten the knees or the outer black. Doesn't get the call from the home plate umpire.
Look to see what they go to with this pitch.
Taylor, a bit of a close stance here. Swings at a fastball, flies it out to right. Caught in the sun, and it'll get over Pearson's head in right field. 1 run is going to score, that's Paulson. Maselli up to third. Taylor's got an RBI double, and the Seawolves now up 2-0.
And that's exactly what you want. Tack on more runs. Not only that, but they're still in business. Runners on second and third now. This is exactly what you want for the Seawolves. The sun helped them out a lot there. It looked like Pearson kind of lost that ball in the sun.
Yeah, a bit of an inside out there swing from Taylor on an inside fastball, but got enough of it to get it over the head of Pearson, bring in a run, and now they got second and third again. First pitch to Leone is a breaking ball in the dirt. 1-0.
So now comes tally on more. It's the same thing. Just keep that chain moving, keep the train going, continue to tally runs. That's exactly what you want for Stony Brook. They're making a statement in the second inning right now.
Chris Leone, a defense-first catcher, but he's had good at-bats this year, been working deep in counts, gotten a couple of hits. That ball comes up inside, almost hits him, but does not. And now, never mind. It looked like Leone was arguing that it did hit him, to no avail. And he'll see a 2-0 pitch, which misses down. Neal somehow stops it, tried to backhand it, and just caught a piece of his shin protector. It's 3-0 on the 9-hitter.
Looks like Hurd might be a little uncomfortable on the mound now. Stony Brook handed it to him early. Could be showing his rough start on opening day. Could be repeating itself here.
Absolutely, and in the first inning, he was getting ahead of everyone. This time, as a fastball misses up and in to Leone. So ball 4, walks Chris Leone on 4 pitches. It'll bring up Evan Fox with the bases loaded and already a 2-0 lead.
This is exactly what you want. Your leadoff hitter coming up with the bases loaded. You already put 2 runs on the board, and now you flip it over to the top of the lineup. This is exactly what you want to create more offense for Stony Brook.
Hurd's first pitch, breaking ball, splits the middle of the plate at the knees, 0-1.
Evan Fox definitely is coming into this at-bat looking to do some crazy damage here.
And don't let his size fool you. He's only 5'9", but slugged to 8 home runs last year. He's a good all-around hitter. He sees the 0-1, it'll swing and miss for a slider Hurd ahead, 0-2.
Looks like LSU already has someone warming up in the bullpen, just in case Hurd continues to struggle in this inning.
Fastball there, popped up, looks like behind the plate. Brady Neal circling, and bit of a troublesome catch there at the end, but he sticks with it, records a second out. Fox retired.
Yeah, so now you have 2 outs, and you still have the second hitter in your lineup coming up. They still have a chance to score here, but certainly not the result that Evan Fox was looking for in that second at-bat.
Absolutely, someone that you want to, with his speed, get the ball on the ground, was unable to do so. Now Cam Santier will try and do a job with 2 outs. First pitch swinging at a breaking ball, fouls it back into the screen. Second pitch, fastball, looks like it clipped the outside corner. Santier almost offered at it, but it was a called strike nonetheless. 0-2 now.
This is the guy you want up here. Santier right now leads the Seawolf in batting average. So this is the guy you want at the plate with the bases juiced.
Goes to the breaking ball, chops it down to third, and just foul. White made a play on it. Third base umpire called foul right behind him.
Yeah, White was hoping that one was staying fair. That was an easy play for him.
Santier there fouled off a breaking ball, obviously struck out on sliders his first at-bat, so he has shown a weakness to that pitch.
Well, now he gets another chance here.
And wouldn't it be huge for the Seawolves to cash in a big 2-out, 2-strike hit here?
That would be absolutely huge.
And he gets a fastball by him. Put a fastball right in the middle of the zone. Santier wasn't up to it, and Hurd works out of it, limits the damage to only 2. 2 runs come in to score, but it could have been worse. LSU limits it. Tigers coming to bat. Eddie Smink back to the mound here, and his first fastball's in there for a called strike on Pearson, who had the trouble with the fly ball in the last inning. Breaking ball down.
Yeah, he would be looking to make up for it here in a big way. Pearson, in the Tigers' last game, slugged 2 home runs, and they were not small home runs. They were crushed. So, he caused a couple runs in the top half of the inning, looking to get one back in the bottom half.
Another breaking ball misses down. Fastball just outside. Smink doesn't get the call, and it's 3-1 now.
This is a big test for Smink here. You want to start that second inning off strong, especially after the Seawolves are able to give him 2 runs of support.
That looks like it came in and up and in and clipped him. So another close call, whether it's a hit by pitch or a walk, doesn't matter. Pearson on base to start the inning.
Not what you want. He started off the first inning pretty strong and then started to struggle a little bit with the walks, but he did wind up getting out of that. Now he's starting this inning with the walks, so he's not going to have as many chances to get out of it.
So now it's Mac Bingham, the left fielder, and he takes a fastball called for a strike. Smink's 1-0 pitch coming home, and he grounds it down to third. Goforth comes in for the hop, can't pick it up cleanly, and Bingham will reach.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate play there. Just bounced in and out of Goforth's glove. Would have loved to make a play there, even at just first. Get one runner, but couldn't make a play.
So it will be an infield hit. It's a tough chop. Goforth playing even with the bag, committed to it. Couldn't get the hop cleanly. We'll bring up Michael Braswell. 8-hitter, shortstop. Good power out of the bottom of the order, and he squares to bunt, gets it down. Smink off the mound, makes the play. His throw is true to first, and he gets a first out of the inning despite the runners moving up.
Well, that's exactly what the goal of that play was right there. Move the runners over, and that's exactly what Braswell was able to do. Tigers are in business here with just 1 out in the second.
Good teams don't miss these opportunities often. As Paxton Kling, the center fielder, digs in, takes a breaking ball outside for ball 1.
Smink has labored through these first 2 innings already at 41 pitches.
Good slider over the plate, gets Kling swinging through it. Kling homered last night in their victory, but for the most part has struggled so far this year. Tall, lanky center fielder. It's right-handed. 1-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. Ugly swing from the center fielder. And it's 1-2 now. Big out for Smink to get here. His 1-2 offering. Misses away with a fastball.
You're glad you get ahead in the count for pitches like that, waste a pitch. Looking to come back strong and get this big out. This would be a big out if he's able to get it.
He's gotten Kling so far in a couple of breaking balls. Goes back to that pitch, foul down the right field line, and out of play. Two offering. Changeup looks like it was hit out center field. Santier lost it in the sun. It'll bounce off his glove. 1 run is in. Second run right behind him. Kling ends up at second base on a sun-aided double. Looked like it was hit right at the center fielder Santier, but he lost it in this terrible shadow that's going on at Alex Box Stadium. Went right off his wrist.
That's the second ball we've seen get lost in the sun this inning. So it seems like the sun is a big factor to this game already, and it's early. And just like that, we talked about it, the Tigers will pounce, and they've already tied it up here in the bottom of the second.
Official score did give that a double, so Kling gets the benefit of the sun-aided ball, and back to the top of the order with Steven Malam, who takes a fastball strike.
This is where, if you're Smink, you got to keep it under control. You got to stay composed, because if you do start to crack, the Tigers will pounce on it, and they will start opening the floodgates.
As we mentioned, Tommy White looming on deck, that ball taken outside.
This is a very important at-bat. Don't let Tommy White have an extra runner on base for his at-bat. That's the last thing you want.
1-1 pitch. Inside corner, gets the call. 1-2.
Got to finish off this at-bat strong if you're Smink.
Off-speed pitch, down. Fastball fouled off there by Malam. Now full count, 3-2.
This is a big pitch. This is the deciding pitch, and whether or not the Tigers take the lead, more than likely.
We talked about the depth that Matt Sank is going to look for out of Eddie Smink, and he's already at 50 pitches. Hasn't escaped the second inning yet. And the 3-2 flied out to center. Santier gives ground. He'll make the play on this one. Kling trying to go to third, and the throw will be cut off. So Kling does get to third. It's a productive out for Malam, but Smink gets his second out of the inning.
And that's a pretty good result from Smink. You'll take the out for the extra base.
Yeah, single probably would have scored him with 2 outs anyway.
Yeah, and especially with a power hitter like Tommy White coming up, that extra base doesn't matter all that much. Tommy White's looking to hit the ball much further than just out of the infield.
And here he is, number 47 in the right-handed batter's box, takes a vicious hack through the first one, comes up empty, 0-1 for Smink.
And you mentioned, Smink already at 51 pitches. It's a good thing that the Seawolves in their first game today saved their bullpen, only used 2 pitchers.
Another fastball. This one was a little bit in, but he swings, fouls it back completely out of the stadium, it looked like.
You mentioned Sank looking for some distance out of Smink today, but worst comes to worst, they have to get to their bullpen, and they have the arms in their bullpen right now for this game.
Another high fastball fouled back. So he's gotten ahead of White, both at bats with fastballs. See what he turns to here on 0-2.
Yeah, it's huge getting ahead in the count to a hitter like this.
Smink fires, and a little breaking ball, check swing, got off the end of the bat, right back to the mound. Flips to Paulson at first, side retired. So Smink, kind of a bit of bad luck with the sun-aided ball, but he does escape the inning, limits the damage to 2 runs. 2-run score, Seawolves coming up. back from Alex Box as Thatcher Hurd back to the mound. 34 pitches deep into this outing, and his first fastball taken for a strike at the knees by Evan Goforth. So 3-4-5 in the Seawolves batting order coming up. Fastball right down the middle, swung through, nothing in 2.
And coming out of that second inning, the Tigers handed it right back to the Seawolves, tying the game up. So now the Seawolves have the same pressure on them. They have to score. They are obviously not leading. So
nothing in 2 pitch, breaking ball fouled off.
Hoping to keep the pressure on Hurd, because it has shown that once you get some knocks off Hurd, the floodgates can open from there.
1-2 pitch, another breaking ball slashed foul down the right field line. Seawolves need to keep the pressure on Hurd here. They made him labor a little bit in that second inning after a quick first. Look for them to try and do it again here in the third. O2 offering, fastball up, chased along the right field line. Pearson hoping for a play, and it'll go out of play in the first few rows.
Goforth has one of the Seawolves' 2 homers this year, 4 RBIs also. So this is a guy that you're definitely looking to get on base, and especially coming up to this part of the order, you're looking to continue to do what you were doing last inning.
Hurd about to throw his 40th pitch here in the top of the third. Comes home with the 0-2. Breaking ball nowhere close. And it looks like Brady Neal's a bit shaken up after blocking that ball in the lefty batter's box. We'll take a moment, let him regroup a bit.
Yeah, right off the hand that pitch went. Bounced in the dirt, bounced right onto his hand, tried to block it into the glove.
So many catchers nowadays you see keeping their throwing hand exposed, and that one got him right on that right-handed throwing finger. Another breaking ball, and this is down. And count even now at 2-2. Two offering. Fastball misses down, just missed the lower corner. And it'll be a full count here on the Seawolves 3-batter.
Just painting the zone. Hurd is so far this afternoon.
Brady Neal did his best to steal that pitch. Didn't get the call from the home plate umpire. But he gets a call on this one. Goforth threw his bat into the dugout, but that ball looked about an entire baseball further in than the previous one. Hurd gets the call. Goforth called out looking for the second time.
Yeah, 2 at-bats, 2 strikeouts, looking definitely not how Goforth wanted to start this game.
And I will give him credit. That ball looked further in than the one that got called a ball on the previous pitch. Matt Brown-Airing digs in, swings at the first pitch, fastball out center field. Paxton Kling circles, tracking it with the wind, comes in, makes the grab about shoulder high for the second out.
Hurd now looking to get a quick inning, already 2 outs, trying to limit that pitch count, and just like that, he has tied for his last start in innings, 2 2/3. See if he can get past it this time.
Well, it might look like a sunny day, but we've seen the weather play a factor already in this game with the sun. There we saw Paxton Kling struggle to get under that ball with the wind swirling all over the place. Does make the catch. Brett Paulson now digs in, takes first pitch down for a ball. Breaking ball, catches the zone.
Some really nice stuff from Hurd here so far.
We've really only seen 2 pitches. It's been that fastball and that hard breaking ball to right-handed hitters. Hasn't shown a third pitch yet, but he's found success with what he's got. Another fastball misses down. Paulson gets a breaking ball, gets it in the air out to left. Mac Bingham comes in a couple steps, makes a catch, side retired. Tigers coming to bat. Seawolves go 1-2-3. Just about ready to get going here for the bottom of third. 3-4-5 in the LSU batting order coming up. Hayden Travinsky will lead it off. Walked in his first at-bat on a 3-2 pitch. Smink got ahead of him, came back in the count to draw a free pass. Travinsky swing at the first pitch, grounds it to go fourth, picks it up about waist high, fires it over to first. Brett Paulson makes a play. And the first out on one pitch for Eddie Smink here.
And that's huge for Smink. That's exactly what he's looking for, especially to start this inning. His pitch count is already high in the 50s in the third inning, coming into the third inning. So he's looking to have a quick inning here, limit that pitch count, so hopefully he can go a little deeper into this game.
Brady Neal digging in, shows bump, pulls back, takes a fastball right down the middle. 0-1 on the LSU catcher. Neal also walked in the first inning. Swings through a fastball here, 0-2. Left-handed hitter with pop. Takes a fastball up. Leone couldn't secure it. It's ball one.
Shadow's definitely playing a part in this game here, not only with the two fly balls that were dropped in the outfield, but the plate and the pitcher's mound. One's in the sun, one's in the shade. So I'm sure that delivery looks a little funky right now.
It's 4 p.m. here in Stony Brook. It's about 3 p.m. in Louisiana. So the afternoon shadow's definitely playing a factor here. Another ball taken outside. So now full count from Smink to Brady Neal coming. And fastball grounded down to first. Nice hop for Brett Paulson. Makes a play. Takes it himself for the second out. So a couple of ground balls. Smink's got his first 2 outs here in the third.
That's huge. We talked about getting those outs, limiting the pitches, and that's what he's done so far. He can finish out this inning. He'll be in good shape heading into the fourth.
Jarrett Jones, the big hitter in this lineup, maybe their biggest power threat. You know, we talked about Tommy White, but just sheer power, Jared Jones. Huge imposing force in the righty batter's box. Takes a vicious hack, fouls it back into the screen for the first strike.
Yeah, I mean, 6'4", 253 pounds Jared Jones is. So he is just an absolute unit. He's looking to drive the ball, drive it far, and put some runs on the board here.
Smink's 0-1, taken on the outer corner for a second strike. 0-2 now on the LSU 5-hitter.
Smink ahead in the count once again. Now he's just got to work on finishing the at-bats.
A lot of twos. 0-2, 2 outs, 2-2 score, and that ball taken outside. Smink comes set, delivers, and a breaking ball, probably his best of the day. Jones swings through it, side retired. Smink goes 1-2-3, and the Seawolves coming up. 6, 7, 8 in the order. Paulson to lead off. Thatcher Hurd back to the mound for the top of the fourth, 48 pitches. 6, 7, 8 in the Stony Brook batting order as Eric Paulson will lead off after striking out looking his first time. First pitch, fastball misses high and away for ball 1.
Paulson hasn't had many opportunities this year, just 5 at-bats coming into today. Like we said, been limited in playing time because of Brett Paulson, who's been playing first base.
Still looking for his first college hit as he fouls that one back.
Well, if there's any time to do it, it would be now.
Leading off an inning.
Leading off an inning against LSU. Try to get the chain moving early. In what has been a very competitive game so far.
1-1 pitch. Fastball taken. Looked like right in his wheelhouse. Lower third, inner half. Usually where lefties like it. Paulson took it for a strike.
Yeah, you'd like to see him jump on that pitch if he gets it again.
Hurd coming home with the 1-2. Grounded back through the middle, and there's his first NCAA hit. Eric Paulson stayed back on a breaking ball. Got it through the middle of the field. Neither middle infielder made an attempt. And a leadoff single for the Seawolves here in the third, or the fourth rather.
Yeah, congrats to Paulson. First NCAA hit. Big moment right up the middle against LSU. And like we were talking about, get the chains moving. And that's exactly what he did.
Another leadoff man on. Now Matt Maselli, who singled on a fastball to drive in the first Stony Brook run in his first at-bat. Takes a curveball there for a strike. Hurd looks like he's coming at us with two different breaking balls. He's got that sharp slider that catches the outside corner, and there he had the much loopier curveball that just sits in the zone. Throws it again, this time on the inner half, gets the call again. So quickly 0-2 with a couple of curveballs on Matt Maselli. Hurd's 0-2 pitch, fastball that time. Chopped foul, wide of the third base coaching box. Hurd now 55 pitches deep into this game. 0-2 count to Matt Maselli. Fastball runs up and in. Just missed clipping him. Taken for a ball.
Yeah, you'd like to see him get into the count here. Starting off 0-2 is not the best position to be in. So taking that ball, certainly get him back on track.
But Maselli has showed this year signs of being able to hit with 2 strikes, so doesn't seem phased at all. But an ugly swing on a breaking ball, and Hurd's got the first out here in the 4th.
Goes back to the breaking ball. Catches him this time. Low and away.
And really no other way to classify that swing other than ugly.
Yeah, it looked like midway through the swing he realized, why am I swinging?
So Rob Taylor back to the plate. Takes a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Looks like it split the plate in half, about thigh high. Taylor took it. He, of course, hit the sun ball double to right field in his first at-bat. Picked up an RBI. Paulson leads off first. That ball in the dirt. Paulson takes off for second, and he'll make it easily. Looks like that ball bounced in front of the plate, bounced out in front of Neal, and he really had no play as Paulson was already at second base.
And now if you're the Seawolves, you have a runner in scoring position. This is a big moment, big opportunity for them.
Already the second wild pitch charged to Hurd in this game. Coming into the game, Stony Brook actually struggled with the errant throws, the errant pitches, so LSU finds himself on the wrong side of that statistic so far. Hurd comes home to Taylor. Breaking ball, swung on, lifted along the right field line, and again gets out of play. Despite the bullpens being on the field here at Alex Box Stadium, seems like there's not much foul territory. Pearson has already seen a couple sail out that way.
An interesting bat that Taylor is using here.
Yeah, a lot of the Stony Brook players swinging a bright blue bat. You can see it from a mile away. Fouls off another breaking ball. Just gives us another view of how bad the shadows are at this time of day.
Paulson not taking too far of a lead off second base there.
Not a burner out there, as Taylor takes a fastball inner third, but it is called for a strike. Hurd gets a second out of the inning, second straight punch out. Already a 7th for the game in just the 4th inning.
Yeah, Hurd has definitely looked a lot better here than he had in his first start. Already going longer and close to doubling his strikeout count already.
So it is Chris Leone digging in. Swings at the first one, pops it foul out of play. Leone walked on 4 pitches his first at-bat, was left stranded at first in that second inning rally.
2 outs now. You'd love to capitalize if you're Stony Brook, not leave that runner on base.
Fastball taken outside. Absolutely, if they could score with 2 outs and the bottom of the order, that would be huge going into the 5th inning.
Especially because Eddie Smink has been able to limit the Tigers' offense. So it seems like now every run means a little bit more.
Breaking ball taken down. Hurd worked that pitch clock down all the way down to 4 seconds that time. So really using his time here. It'll be a 2-1 to Chris Leone. Takes a fastball for a called strike. From the first base side of the rubber, Hurd's slider sits high. Appeal to first as Leone looked to offer a bit, but no call. So it'll be a full count now. This time working quickly. Hurd comes home with a full count offering. And it misses down with a fastball. So Leone, his second walk of the game, showing very good patience out of the 9-hole. Now a couple guys on for Evan Fox.
And this is big now, 2 outs. You got to get another run in if you're the Seawolves, and you have the top of the order coming up, and who could arguably be called your best hitter in Evan Fox.
They're just waiting for him to break out. And top of the order coming up, Brady Neal sees that. He's going to go out to the mound for a bit of a conference here.
Yeah, how big would it be for the Seawolves to tack on another 1 or 2 runs in this inning? That would certainly make a statement here in the 4th.
As we've been saying, Evan Fox needs to break out for this team. What a time it would be right here to do it.
Yeah, Fox has struggled early in the season here. Coming into today, just 3 for 14. So like you said, that is not the type of player he has been. And they're certainly looking for him to start to be the Evan Fox that they remember from the last couple of years here.
Seawolves have done well today with runners in scoring position. They're hitting 2 for 6. It's a 333 clip. But they're 0 for 3 with 2 outs. So looking to change their fortunes here with 2 outs. Hurd now nearing 70 pitches. First pitch to Fox. Breaking ball misses up and in. Fastball that time misses down. 0-2. 2-0. So Fox ahead in the count, looking to do some damage. And Brady Neal made a snap throw at Paulson down at second. Second baseman Stephen Malam was nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
So lucky that ball didn't get away.
Looks like no one got the memo about that snap throw.
Another ball taken down, so 3-0. Hurd risking loading the bases for the 2-batter Santier. And that one nowhere close. Bounced the fastball. Another walk for Stony Brook. Bases now loaded for Cam Santier.
This is a big moment here. All you need is one hit. You could drive in a couple runs. Certainly what Santier is looking for here.
Santier 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. He's been exposed by the breaking ball so far. So we'll see what Hurd turns to here. Goes to the breaking ball, first pitch. Misses away with it.
Again, this is a similar situation to what we saw in the second inning. Santier leads the Seawolves in batting average coming into today. So this is certainly the guy you would want up in this situation where you just need a hit.
73 pitches now. Left-hander Griffin Herring getting up in the LSU bullpen. There's a fastball, misses in. Behind in the count again. 2-0 on the two-batter with the bases loaded. Fastball misses up and in, almost hits him, and now it's 3-0 on Cam Santier.
Yeah, Hurd has seemed to lost the zone in this at-bat. 3 pitches that were not necessarily near.
Fastball gets it across.
He found it.
It's a bit of a get-me-over there, trying to get back in the count. So now a damaged count, a chance for the Seawolves to break this thing open. Swung on and missed. There's strike 2.
This is a big pitch here from the Seawolves, especially going into the LSU bullpen. In the next couple innings, you want to hit the pitchers that are struggling.
Tie game, bases loaded, 3-2 pitch, fouled off. So good at bat for Santier. That was third crack at Hurd, having his best swing so far. Fouls off another breaking ball.
Seawolves have to capitalize on this opportunity here.
At least push across one, and they do as the breaking ball comes up and in. Nowhere close. Paulson comes in to score, and the Seawolves take a 3-2 lead here in the 4th. And now better yet, 3 and 4 coming up in the Seawolves batting order. Chance to really blow this thing open. Goforth been called out twice on strikes. Needs a big hit for Stony Brook. Takes a breaking ball.
Going into the heart of the order. Going into the heart of the order with the bases loaded and 2 outs is just what the Seawolves want to do here. They want to continue to capitalize on this opportunity and hopefully break this game open.
Absolutely. We saw Eddie Smink laboring early in this game. Now it's been really Thatcher Hurd laboring. But he gets a second strike across, so now 0-2 on Evan Goforth. I think one more hit, and that'll be all that we see from Thatcher Hurd today. O2 pitch, Goforth fouls the fastball deep down the right field line, but way out of play.
It certainly seems like it. I mean, Herring is ramping up in the bullpen right now. Seems like, regardless, this could be the last batter we see from Hurd, whether he gets out of the inning or if the inning continues.
Up now over 80 pitches now. His 0-2 coming. He swung on a miss, got him with a breaking ball. Seawolves push a run across. 1 hit, 3 walks, 3 left, but they do get the lead. Tigers coming to bat. Josh Pearson digging in against Eddie Smink to lead off this bottom of the 4th inning. Eddie Smink, 3 innings in. 67 pitches, only allowed 1 earned run, 1 unearned. First fastball taken for a strike.
Smink has looked pretty good today, despite the 2 runs, a little rough 2nd inning. But aside from that, he's been pretty lights out.
He's already tied his strikeout total from his first start. 1-1 offering. Breaking ball misses in. And it looks like Eric Paulson has moved down from the dugout to the bullpen as he starts to warm up. We mentioned the 2-way ability from the freshman. Smink's fastball misses up and away, so now 3-1 to the leadoff hitter, Pearson, who's already drawn a walk today. Fastball fouled away.
Interesting to see Paulson move from the dugout to the mound.
Well, he is the designated hitter, so he doesn't have a position to be playing right now, which gives him the option to get loose. Fastball again fouled off to the left side. These LSU hitters have looked to be behind the fastball from Eddie Smink. They have yet to time it up, even though it's the bottom of the 4th now.
Behind on the fastball, but they are battling.
They've stayed in at bats.
Rather be behind it than miss it entirely, so they are definitely staying in these at-bats, making Smink work.
Nonetheless, only 1 hit so far. That one, a fastball, got in front of it, grounded it down into the LSU bullpen.
It's going to be interesting to see once Stony Brook goes to their bullpen how LSU reacts to that, because Smink, despite the high pitch count, has been very good so far.
And he gets the inside corner with a fastball. Pearson called out on strikes. Smink's got his now season high in strikeouts with 4. And he's got the first out, more importantly, of this 4th inning.
Yeah, big strikeout to the dangerous bat of Pearson.
So now it's Mac Bingham, who has the only LSU hit so far. And if you remember, it was just an infield chopper to third that Evan Goforth couldn't play cleanly. Takes the first fastball up and away for a ball. .1-0 pitch, fastball swung right through it.
Blew it right by him there.
Completely overpowering fastball from Eddie Smink today.
I'm extremely impressed with Smink today.
Another fastball that they're behind. They just have not been able to time it up. We obviously aren't at Alex box, so we don't have pitch speed readings. But I'd be curious to see where he's sitting so far today. Come home with a 1-2. Breaking ball misses away. There has been some inconsistency with the breaking ball command. And as we look back, they actually changed the scoring on Bingham's last hit to an error on Goforth. This time, though, swings and miss on a breaking ball in the dirt, and Smink back-to-back strikeouts to start this inning. Now 3 in a row going back to last inning. We said he threw his best breaking ball last inning to strike out Jared Jones. That breaking ball that he just threw to Bingham might have one-upped it.
And again, Smink adding to his impressive performance here at LSU.
So it'll be Michael Braswell, whose last at-bat was a sacked bunt. So still hasn't had an at-bat today. He'll dig in, takes a fastball for a strike. It'll be 1-0-1. That time, breaking ball misses away. Ball 1. Another breaking ball. This one fouled into the dirt. And ahead again, 1-2. Just needs one strike to put this inning to bed.
What a dominant inning this would be for Smink if he could finish it out here. Struck out the first two batters, now has the third batter, and a 1-2 count ahead in the count.
And this is what you have to do with the bottom of the order. Take advantage of these guys, get them out quickly, save your bullets for the top. And he blows another fastball right past Braswell. No chance on it. Eddie Smink's now struck out 4 in a row, strikes out the side in the 5th. Seawolves sending their middle of the order to bat here on WUSB. We are back to play here as Thatcher Hurd's first fastball missed away to Matt Brown-Airing, leading off the top of the 6th inning.
And just a dominant top half of the inning for Smink, striking out the side. Exactly what you want.
That time a fastball right down the middle to Matt Brown-Airing, taken for a called strike, now 1-1. Ball misses down. Sorry, this is the top of the 5th. Getting ahead of myself here. Two-one pitch. Big swing. Swung and missed.
Yeah, big swing from the power threat. That is Brown-Airing.
Fastball, put it right past him. Even now nearing 90 pitches, Hurd's got mid to upper 90s left in the tank. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball fouled off.
You think Jay Johnson might want to ride out Hurd as long as he can. That's why he brought him out for this 5th inning of work. If he gets in trouble, we probably will see him move to the pen, but he's looking to get as much as he can out of him.
You want your ace to go deep into games. Comes home with a 2-2 and a fastball fouled off. As I mentioned, long weekend ahead of them. They do need to save their arms.
The Seawolves have put together some pretty good at-bats so far here. Making him labor, making him work.
They do not appear to be phased by one of the better arms in the SEC. 2-2 pitch coming home. Breaking ball misses up and in. And that's something we've seen a lot, that arm side breaking ball missing into right-handed hitters. He comes home with a full count pitch. And a fastball grounded down to third. White, a nice backhand pickup, throws across. Jones with a nice stretch, holds the bag. And the first out for the Tigers here in the fifth.
Yeah, nice play by Tommy White there, deep in the corner by third. Makes a nice strong throw over.
Very nice play on both ends. Throw was a little bit off to the right field side. Jones made the stretch, held the bag over there. Gets the call from the first base umpire. And Brown Aaron can run. He needed to make that play quickly. Now Brett Paulson swings at the first fastball, fouls it off to the right field side. You'd like to see the Seawolves put together some tough at-bats here in the fifth and maybe get them over 100 pitches by the time the inning's over. That-breaking ball misses in. So now 1-1 on Brett Paulson, who's already got a hit in this game. Came around to score in the second. Curveball misses down.
Paulson would love a multi-hit game. Has struggled to open the season, so nice multi-hit game here would definitely be a confidence boost for him.
This is a guy they are leaning on as a graduate student, and just as AD said, on a fastball, rips it right back up in the middle, and you wonder if we're going to see the bullpen come into play for the Tigers here.
Yeah, man on now for the Seawolves. You would think they might pull it from Hurd now. We'll see what they decide to do.
Paulson's been all over fastballs today. Now his second hit through the middle on the heater.
And like I was saying, just what you want to see, a nice multi-hit game for Paulson here.
And it does look like Jay Johnson's going to make his way to the mound. And it looks like he's going to lift his ace right-hander, Thatcher Hurd, whose day is done. Left-hander Griffin Herring coming in, the native of South Lake, Texas. We'll stay right here and tell you all about him. So Herring last year pitched 18 games as a freshman, and he became one of their better relief options as a lefty, pitching to a 3.93 ERA in 34 1/3 innings. He's a big kid, 6'2", and he'll get the matchup with Eric Paulson coming up. Now you wonder if Matt Senk is going to make a move to his bench to get his matchup straight.
And a bit of a weird outing for Thatcher Hurd today. You know, he obviously the Seawolves only put up 3 runs, but on 6 hits. So they were seeing the ball very well against Hurd. You wonder if that's what he was looking for in this game.
And I think the big kicker for him, you know, the 95 pitches in 4 1/3 is the 4 walks. You look at, even in the 4th inning, the Seawolves pushed the go-ahead run across on 1 hit. He walked 3 in the inning, and that's what pushed the go-ahead run across.
Yeah, a bit of a mixed bag for Hurd. You know, you have the struggles with the walks, and the Seawolves obviously were able to see the ball decently well against him, but he also had 8 strikeouts, so he was able to put batters away. But like I said, it was a little bit of a mixed bag in terms of he was also struggling with the walks.
Absolutely overpowering fastball stuff at times, and other times he can't get a breaking ball over the plate. 2 wild pitches as well. So in all, Thatcher Hurd faces 23 batters, 4 1/3 innings, 8 strikeouts, 4 walks, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, and uncorked 2 wild pitches.
Now Eric Paulson is going to be looking to keep the chain moving despite the new pitcher.
First pitch from Herring's in there for a called strike. Got the fastball over the outer half. So Matt Senk does not make a move to his bench, sticks with the freshman lefty against the left-handed pitcher, who comes home with an 0-1. That ball grounded to short. Braswell double clutches a bit, gets it to second. Malam over to first. They do get the double play. They go 6-4-3 to retire the side. So the Seawolves get a hit. Don't leave them on base. Tigers coming back up. And we're back for the bottom of the fifth as Eddie Smink's first pitch to Paxton Kling was in there for a called strike. Kling takes another fastball for a strike. He doubled in his first at-bat, drove in the 2 runs on the sun ball to center field that Cam Santier lost. But Smink's ahead of him, 0-2 here.
An impressive outing from Eddie Smink so far. LSU just 1 for 12 against Smink today.
That pitch was taken outside for a ball. Comes home with the 1-2 and stays back on the breaking ball, lines it into right field against the shift. Good piece of hitting by Paxton Kling to get on, leading off the fifth. Kling, someone that was struggling early in the year, but now the home run last night, 2 for 2 to start today. Someone the Tigers look to get going.
Yeah, Kling with the only 2 hits for the Tigers so far. Of course, that double in the second inning.
And now back to the top of the order with Stephen Malam, switch hitting second baseman. Swings at the first pitch, grounds it out to Misselli, who makes the easy turn to Fox. Throw to first is true. And just as the Tigers did last inning, the Seawolves go 6-4-3 and erase the leadoff base runner.
Absolutely huge. You know, they come out of the gates with a single to start the inning, and you just shut them down right after that.
Especially big with Tommy White coming up. Need to keep all people off base for him.
Also big for Eddie Smink. They would love to see him get through this inning before they go to the bullpen. He's at 89 pitches, so that saved him a little bit.
So here is White. Doesn't offer at the first breaking ball, taken outside, ball 1.
And like you said, absolutely huge to get the runners off base for Tommy White, who might be the biggest power threat in this lineup.
Fouls a fastball back. Count even now at 1-1. Swings 1-1, and White rips it through the middle. Easy knock for the LSU 2-hitter. So we finally see him get on the board with a single. Sharply hit through the middle of the field.
And now that double play looks even bigger than it looked before. Had there have been a runner on second there, that would have scored a run.
White a big turn at first, but he's not going anywhere. So now it'll be Hayden Travinsky. 3-batter, 0 for 1 with a walk today. Grounded out to third in his last at-bat. White takes his lead off first, and Smink's first offering is taken high for a ball. Fastball looks like it should have caught the corner. Doesn't get the call from the home plate umpire. So we'll be 2-0 on Hayden Travinsky.
Travinsky's another dangerous threat in this lineup.
Big swing on 2-0, fouls it back over the third base side.
I don't think LSU planned on finding themselves down in the 5th inning here. Not a spot they expected to be in.
We talked about how they're not just beating teams, they're really beating teams. And now they find themselves down to Stony Brook, who finished low in the CAA last year, as Smink finds the zone. 2-2 count now on Travinsky. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, got it on the outside corner, he gets the call. Travinsky called out on strikes to end the inning. Smink is through 5, only allowing 2 hits.
And he's fired up, screaming at the dugout after that strikeout.
And with good reason. He'll leave the 5th with the lead. Stony Brook coming to bat. Welcome back to sunny Baton Rouge as Griffin Herring toes the third base side of the rubber. Comes home with his first pitch to Matt Maselli, breaking ball. This is down and in for a ball.
Herring did exactly what the Tigers wanted him to do last inning, coming right in, getting the double play right away to end the inning.
Absolutely. There he gets a fastball over for a called strike. 1-1 count on the Seawolves shortstop. Goes a fastball right by him. One-two taken away. And like we mentioned, Herring is one of the better options out of Jay Johnson's bullpen, so he's going to look to get length out of this left-hander, whose 2-2 breaking ball misses in. Now a full count on the leadoff hitter here in the sixth. Two, grounded up the middle, a bit of a tough hop. Malam stays with it, fields it chest high, throws to first to retire Maselli and get the leadoff hitter.
Good by Malam to stay on that. Took a little bit of a weird bounce right in front of him.
Maselli, as he has been all day, shooting that ball toward the middle of the field. That one just right at a defender. So Rob Taylor digs back in and swings through the first fastball from Herring. 0-1. Breaking ball misses down and in. Right off Taylor's shoe tops, which is where that sweeping breaking ball's been sitting over these first 10 pitches. That one finds the zone. Right chest high. Herring comes home with his 1-2. Taylor just a defensive swing, fouls it down the right field line and well out of play. Too often coming, and Taylor fouls off another pitch. That one looks like a breaking ball that sat about shoulder high. Just got a piece of it, sending it back to the screen.
Sticking with the theme of the Seawolves putting together some really good at-bats here.
Just the third hitter that Herring's faced, already about to throw his 14th pitch. Breaking ball sits just outside. Neal couldn't steal it.
Just missed it there.
Looked like maybe he would have gotten the call from the home plate umpire, Jeff Head. 2-2 pitch. Taylor, another defensive swing. Just gets a piece of it. Stays in the at-bat. Fastball up and in. Fouled back.
The battle continues, just fouling off pitch after pitch.
Taylor has struggled this year, just 2 hits, both being doubles. But this at-bat and all game has put up really solid plate appearances. That fastball gets in on his hands. White stays down on it, throws him out at first. Second out for Herring.
Yeah, like you said, in on the hands. Tried to get around on it, couldn't. A little bit of a weak ground ball there.
And I really think all those breaking balls set up that fastball, popped them inside. Taylor really couldn't get around on it in time. Back to the bottom of the order. Chris Leone swings through the fastball, 0-1. Leone technically does not have an at-bat today. A couple of walks in his 2 plate appearances. Takes that fastball just outside. Burst to bunt, pulls back, takes a slider over the plate. 1-2 now the count. Herons 1-2 to Leone. Taken, fastball called at the knees. Heron gets the call. Side retired. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. We'll see if Eddie Smink is back out to the mound for the Seawolves. So it appears as if Eddie Smink's day is done as we go to the 6th inning. Eric Paulson now moves from designated hitter to the mound for the Seawolves. And it really was a good second start of the year for Eddie Smink, who struggled last week a bit, but really turned it up today. 5 innings, 3 hits, just 1 earned run and 7 strikeouts over the 21 hitters he faced.
Yeah, really impressive outing from Smink. Just what you wanted from him in this big game. Has kept the Seawolves in it, despite only putting up 3 runs of support.
And just 3 walks, which is less than what we saw last week. Eric Paulson, the left-hander, his first breaking ball misses away to Brady Neal.
Fun to see Paulson on the mound here after seeing him at the plate.
That fastball clips the top of the zone. So now 1-1 count. Breaking ball there. Neal looked a bit confused by it as he fouls it down the left field line.
Paulson has been on the mound already this year. 2 1/3 innings pitched.
Another breaking ball fouled off.
Now that the Seawolves are into their bullpen, the Tigers, I'm sure they're looking to do some damage and hopefully tie this game or even take the lead.
Another fastball there fouled off. Neal looks very uncomfortable fouling all these balls down the left field line, obviously as a left-handed hitter.
I think coming into this game for the Tigers, they were certainly not expecting to be coming from behind in the 6th inning.
And there he makes an adjustment, strokes a single out to center field, sat back on the breaking ball. Big turn, again, he's not going anywhere. The leadoff runner on for the Tigers.
That's exactly what they needed. They need to get to the Stony Brook bullpen. Obviously, they weren't seeing Eddie Smink too well. Now that they get a fresh arm out of the pen, they'll look to hop on it.
And another threat now. This lineup is dangerous up and down the order. Jerry Jones, the team leader in home runs coming up, takes a strike from Paulson, 0-1.
Jones also leads the team and runs batted in. Looking to get another one here.
Paulson's 1-1. In the dirt, good stop by Leone.
Paulson being very careful in this at-bat. One swing could change the tides of this game.
That breaking ball sits high. Before the season, Eric Paulson was named by the Coastal Athletic Conference as one of the top 10 impact freshmen of the year. So it's obvious it's not just the Seawolves that see big things out of him as he finds the inside corner now to fill the count at 3-2. Time called for at the plate. "3-2" is popped in the air to left field, drifting out deep to left. Santier and Paulson back at the wall. And Santier comes up with it as the two outfielders come together and collide. Santier and Brown airing that was in left center field deep against the wall. The two collided. They collided with the wall. The center fielder came up with it, and Jared Jones walks away disappointed.
Yeah, crazy play there. That one could have ended a lot worse.
And once again, the wind, as we've been talking about, playing a factor, sending that ball, which looked like a pop-up off the bat, but obviously the sheer strength of Jared Jones taking that ball way back to the track.
A couple more feet and that thing was out of there.
LSU almost flipping the scoreboard, but just a long out as Paulson gets a swing and miss from Josh Pearson. There's another breaking ball over for a called strike. Nothing to from Paulson. Fastball sits just high. Breaking ball down. Paulson hasn't had complete control over that breaking ball, it seems, over these first two batters. But he comes home with a 2-2. And it's popped up. Out of play along the third base side. Neal leads off first. And that ball lined to center field. Santier right in that sun zone again. This time makes the catch. Neal not going anywhere despite the tag.
Yeah, right to Santier there. Looked good off the bat, but
right in the same area as that double from Kling that kind of went off Santier's glove, scored 2 runs, the only 2 runs for the Tigers so far today. Now it'll be Mac Bingham, who reached on an error, scored in the second inning. Takes a breaking ball over for a called strike. That breaking ball taken in the dirt.
Paulson would love a clean inning here, especially with the close calls off the bat of Jared Jones and some solid contact from Pearson as well.
That ball gets away from Leone. And 2 wild pitches from the Tigers. Now the first for Stony Brook.
And that could turn out to be a big pitch. Now the runner moves into scoring position. All you need is a single to score that run and tie the game.
That ball chopped foul. Paulson about to throw his 22nd pitch of this inning. The 2-2 coming home, and it hits Bingham. So they did have a base open. Not necessarily the worst thing for Paulson, but it does extend the inning for Michael Braswell.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see. He had an opportunity to get out of the inning there, just couldn't find the spot. And just like that, LSU is in business with 2 on and 2 outs.
So now it's Braswell who takes the first pitch ball up and away. One-0, strike on the outside corner. Good pitch, looked like a fastball that just clipped the outer half of the plate. Braswell is the batter to get here, as Paxton Kling on deck is already 2 for 2. Had the best offensive day of any Tiger. And Braswell takes a big swing at a breaking ball and fouls it right back at the plate.
Yeah, if the Seawolves can make sure Kling does not come up in this inning, that would be huge. But they have to get through Braswell first.
Huge hitter for Paulson to get out right here. 1-2 coming home. Just off the plate. Leone was asking for the call, didn't get it, and it'll be a 2-2 coming up. And here is the 2-2. Breaking ball well off the plate, and now the count will run full.
Runners will be running on this pitch. 3-2, 2 outs.
Now a single definitely scores 1, might even score 2, depending on where it's hit. 3-2 pitch home, and it's popped in the air along the first base line. Paulson doesn't see it. Nobody sees it, and it's in the stands.
The sun coming into play again. Fouled up to the right side, and neither the right fielder or the first baseman saw it. Just completely lost it in the sun, showing just again how big of a factor the sun is in this game, especially if you hit a ball in the air.
The only guy who saw that ball off the bat was the second baseman, Evan Fox, and thankfully for them, it was well in the stands. No harm for the Seawolves. So it'll be another 3-2, and it's grounded out to short. Matt Maselli gets the nice hop, throws to first, right on the money. Eric Paulson escapes the inning. Tigers leave 2 aboard. Seawolves hold the lead. Herring back out to the mound to start the 7th inning. Throws a fastball strike to Evan Fox as we get underway. 3-2 game. Stony Brook leads. Top of the 7th. Fox fouls the 0-1 pitch out of play. Brady Neal hoping for a play, doesn't have one.
This has been a fantastic game so far. Unexpected, too. Coming into this game, a lot of people seem to think the Seawolves didn't stand a chance against this powerful LSU team.
And after last week, when we saw Stony Brook really just melt down on the pitching side, complete opposite today. It's been dominance as Fox flies one right along the right field line. A few steps shy of the winning track. Pearson makes the play.
Pearson was able to see that one. Pearson was able to see that one after everyone's been battling the sun. He was right there in the sun. Luckily, those sunglasses helped him out a little bit there.
Right along the line, Fox willing it out of play to no avail. And now to the Cam Santier, who drove in the go-ahead run. The bases loaded walk back in the 4th. Takes a breaking ball for a called strike, 0-1.
The Seawolves would love to get something going here, but since Herring has come in, they've been somewhat silent offensively.
Herring's been getting ahead of guys. There he's starting to use the breaking ball and getting it over for strikes. That fastball misses outside. Slider misses in the dirt. So Santier's gone from 0-2 to 2-2 here.
That's what you like to see, battle in these counts. Take the pitches. Don't get fooled when you're behind in the count.
Well, that's what Santier did last at-bat when he worked the bases loaded walk. Had a good at-bat, and he flies this one out to left field. Bingham now battling the sun. Does come in to make the catch for the 2nd out. Seems like all they need to do is get the ball in the air, and something's going to happen.
Yeah, that's the main goal with the sun being such a big factor as it is today. You just want to get that ball in the air, see what happens from there. And the Tigers have been able to fight off the sun interference for these first 2 at-bats at the top of the
sun
7th.
And the wind, which has been swirling all over the place. We saw it blowing in from right. Then it came in from left on that ball that Jared Jones hit. Not the easiest day to be an outfielder. So Evan Goforth digs in, takes the first pitch, ball outside, 1-0. Fouls a fastball off at the plate. Count even now at 1-1. One coming home from Herring, and Goforth fouls it off down the right field line.
Goforth looking for a result that isn't a strikeout. He struck out 3 times today already.
Trying to avoid the golden sombrero here. And he does. Taps it out, foul. So he will get another chance to hit. We've seen all day Goforth behind on fastballs, shooting down the right side.
Goforth taking his time to get back to the plate after running almost all the way to first on that chopper.
Well, had it been in play, he would have easily had a hit. Just goes to show how softly that ball was hit. Herring trying to throw 1-2-3. He'll come home with a 1-2 pitch to Evan Goforth. And time asked for by the hitter. Herring taking his time, finally comes home, the 1-2 taken just outside.
Just missed on the outside part of the plate there. Could have gone either way.
Goforth almost offered at it, held back at the last minute. Gets to see another pitch. Now the 2-2 coming. Up and in, breaking ball fouled off, and just a flare behind the plate. Looked like Neal made a play off the carom off the net, trying to sell it as an out.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to count. And Paulson, or
Goforth gonna get another shot here. Heron comes home with another 2-2 and chopped back up the middle. Braswell ranges up the middle, makes the off-balance throw, and he does get it at first. Another good stretch by Jared Jones. And the Seawolves go 1-2-3 in the 7th, but they still lead 3-2. Paulson back to the mound to start the 7th inning, just 9 outs away from a big victory as Paxton Kling jumps on the first pitch, gets it past a diving Matt Maselli. Now Paxton Kling's got his 3rd hit of the game.
Yeah, not all that much has gone right on offense for the Tigers today, but Kling has been a bright spot. 3 for 3 with a double. Second single just happened.
Jumping on a first pitch fastball. And you wonder what Matt Sank's leash is on Paulson here. Just a freshman, now over 30 pitches out of the bullpen. Back to the top of the lineup, Stephen Malam takes a ball up. Looks like he could have gotten the call, but did not. Gets around on a breaking ball that hits it right at Matt Brown-Airing. Well hit ball, but right at the left fielder, a few steps shy of the warning track. Malam turned away, now 0 for 4 on the day.
Barreled that one up pretty well. Just couldn't get enough of it to drive it out a little further. Now here's the big at-bat and Tommy White.
And you're looking at here maybe the biggest at-bat of the game. Freshman left-hander Eric Paulson. A year ago, he was playing high school baseball on Long Island. Now he's facing a future MLB player.
Tommy White took a big first swing. You could tell he's looking to do some damage here. Fouled it off, though.
Tying run on first, go-ahead run at the plate. Looks like there is action in the Stony Brook bullpen as that's Ty Stout getting up. Nothing into the count on White.
White is swinging with all his might right now.
Breaking ball just off the plate.
That was right in there. Looks like White got the benefit of the call.
Paulson willing for that ball to be called. Does not get it. We'll have to throw another one. It'll be a 1-2. Spikes the breaking ball. Kling threatened to advance there. Ended up turning back.
Paulson looking pretty good in the high-pressure situation right now. You mentioned last year. This is his first year of college baseball, going up against one of the top hitters in the NCAA.
Takes a ball in the dirt. Paxton Kling moves up to second as Chris Leone couldn't keep it in front of him. So now a man in scoring position and a 3-2 count.
Of course, as soon as keeping your composure gets mentioned, he bounces one in front of the plate. Lets the runner advance.
Well, really, the ball that was taken just off the plate on the 0-2 pitch. Now it's 3-2. White fouls off. Well, it was really a hanger if you look at it. Dangerous pitch to a dangerous hitter. Gets away with it. And he takes a fastball just inside. So White goes from 0-2 to 3-2. We'll see what Coach Senk does here now with 2 on. Hayden Travinsky, the 3-batter, coming up.
This is where it starts to get dangerous. You got 2 on with 1 out if you're LSU.
You would think that they would at least send the pitching coach out to talk to the freshman middle of the order. They do not. His first pitch to Travinsky misses outside.
Yeah, a bit of a questionable call from the Seawolves, but that just shows they must trust him in this situation. And as I say that...
Now Leone's going to go out. We'll see if it turns into a whole team meeting.
And here he comes.
And it looks like Senka's going to come out, not the pitching coach. We'll see if this is a strategy meeting or if they're turning to the bullpen here. Interesting that you see this mid-at-bat.
Yeah, you would think they wouldn't let him throw that first pitch before having this meeting.
Maybe just a strategy conference for the infield.
I mean, either way, you have a dangerous hitter in Travinsky coming up, or at the plate.
And the man up in the bullpen, Ty Stout, did not fare well despite getting the win last week. Umpire out to break up the conversation at the mound. Senk makes his way back to the bullpen, does not make a pitching change. So this is Paulson's batter. We'll see if that proves costly for Stony Brook. 1-0 coming home. Bounced right into the shift. Evan Fox right there to grab it. Throw to first, takes it unassisted. A 4-4-3 double play ends the inning. Paulson works out of it, and a huge double play for Stony Brook as they exit the 7th innings in the lead, 3-2 over LSU. We'll be back in a sec. top of the 8th inning as Stony Brook now finds themselves in the lead, just 6 outs away from knocking off one of the best teams in the country. Griffin Herring still out on the mound facing Matt Brown-Airing.
Yeah, not necessarily a comfortable lead, only 3-2. So only up by 1. But this LSU team offensively has been very uncharacteristic of themselves. Not being able to bring runs across the plate, which they have been very good with.
Brown-Airing there chops one to shortstop, and Michael Braswell made a nice attempt, but the throw was low. Jared Jones couldn't dig it out, and it's going to be an infield hit to lead off the inning for Matt Brown-Airing.
And just like that, the Seawolves come into the 8th inning and immediately make an impact with their legs. Brown-Airing beating that out, comfortably beating that out.
Well, that's your 4-batter, and he's running like that, so just goes to show how fast the Stony Brook team is.
Yeah, that's one thing they don't lack is speed, and now that they have a runner on first, they could be dangerous on the bases, cause some chaos. They're certainly looking to get another run across the board. That would be huge for them.
First pitch to Brett Paulson, floats right into the zone for a called strike, 0-1. Herring now 41 pitches, that infield hit, the first base runner he's allowed. Keeping an eye on Brown-Airing over at first, doesn't run. His Mitch is outside for ball 1.
Yeah, now the Seawolves lineup will be seeing Herring for a second time. Got to think, will
Paulson
that play in their favor?
Swings right through a fastball. Now 1-2. Paulson and Maselli really have been all over that fastball today from LSU pitchers, but Brett was behind that one. Now hits in a 1-2 hole. Sophomore lefty comes home, misses just outside. So it'll be a 2-2 count now on Brett Paulson.
Just outside here, Paulson showing his discipline, not going after it.
Obviously, an older player, shows that maturity level, not budging on that outside fastball. Now the 2-2 home. Chopped back toward the middle. Braswell's not going to get there. Through the middle. A bit of a seeing eye hit. Brett Paulson's got his 3rd knock of the day. Brown-Airing up to second, and the Seawolves are in business here in the 8th.
Yeah, his 3rd hit of the day is a big one in the 8th inning. Move the runner over and put another runner on base. The Seawolves are in business here in the 8th.
And now with the lefty on the mound, do you wonder if maybe Matt Senk will go to a pinch hitter for Eric Paulson?
I mean, you got to think so. Looks like.
And we are going to have a meeting at the mound from LSU. We'll see if this comes in a pitching change as Samuel Dutton, junior right-hander, is up in the Tigers bullpen.
Looks like they're giving him some time. That's what they're trying to do, let him warm up.
And Paulson has come out on deck.
Interesting move for the Seawolves. Letting Paulson get another shot at the plate here. Got to assume he doesn't have much left on the mound.
One way or another, it does appear as if he's staying in as a home plate umpire is out to break up that conversation. They do have bats on the bench from the right side. And Jay Johnson's going to stick with his sophomore left-hander.
Interesting decision. You know, you open up the 8th inning, his 4th inning of work. Well, 4th inning of work, yes. Opens it up with allowing 2 hits, and you're leaving him in here.
Paulson squares to bunt, and now they have Brown-Airing picked off behind second. And they drop the throw. White dropped the throw at third. They had him dead to rights. The throw beat him by a mile. White, the future MLB player, drops the throw as Brown-Airing scampers into third base. Lucky to not be picked off there.
Yeah, just bobbled the throw. Like you said, they had him dead to rights. Ball just came in and out of White's glove. Seawolves catching a massive break there as they now have runners on second and third. with no outs here in the top of the 8th, looking to break this game wide open, which isn't something we thought we'd say in the 8th inning.
It'll go down as a stolen base for Brown Airing. Paulson in the box. Showed bunt, pulled back. It was a ball. And no move by either coach here now with the runner on third base.
Boy, this would be absolutely huge for the Seawolves to get a couple runs off.
Brett Paulson, however, did not advance at first. That fastball from Herring misses down in the dirt.
Yeah, so it is first and third, not second and third.
Still a good spot for Paulson to hit in.
With no outs, too. Even one run, the way this LSU offense has been, feels like more than one run.
Big swing by Paulson as he swings through a breaking ball in the dirt. He was looking to make this game 6-3. Comes up empty.
But if you're Paulson, you don't want to just be swinging for the fences. Any contact would be good contact here with the runner on third.
Paulson, not the quickest runner. You ideally would like to keep the ball off the ground, but otherwise your goal here is to get the ball in play as he takes the fastball down and in. So now 3-1 count. Good count for the freshman to hit in. Herring comes home and spikes it. So the move to let the left-hander Griffin Herring stay in there proves to be unsuccessful for Jay Johnson, as now Stony Brook has loaded the bases with nobody out in the 8th inning.
This is just incredible. Bases loaded, no outs. You got to assume that the Seawolves are going to capitalize on this opportunity, which would be absolutely huge for the outcome of this game.
So Matt Brown Airing does lead the team in RBIs, but Matt Maselli, you could argue, has been one of their most productive hitters with guys on base this year. Driving in a ton of runs, it seems like any time he's got someone on base. 5 RBIs now, 1 in this game, and it does look like Jay Johnson's going to make his move to the bullpen. Samuel Dutton, the hard-throwing right-hander, is going to come in and relieve Griffin Herring.
Smart move.
Bases loaded, nobody out in the top of the 8th inning.
Stony Brook leading 3-2. Smart move by Jay Johnson to finally get Herring out of the game here. You know, gave him a little bit of a leash. Could have taken him out during that first mound visit. Was probably giving some time to warm up. That's probably what that was, but lets him get a couple extra batters, and the Seawolves capitalized on it, and now with the bases loaded, looking to break this game wide open. Which, again, like I was saying, is not something I think we expected to be saying in the 8th inning of this game. The Seawolves have been very impressive today.
The ball is now in Stony Brook's court. They control this game from here on out. They're facing a right-hander, junior right-hander, Samuel Dutton, who's now coming out of the bullpen, but he started his career at LSU as a starter. Didn't fare well. They moved him to the bullpen last year, continued to struggle. Now they throw him in a big spot here, top of the 8th. Trailing by a run, trying to let it not get out of hand.
Big moment for the Seawolves here.
Well, you have to figure bases loaded, nobody out. At the absolute minimum, you need to get one. LSU's infielders are going to be coming home, presumably, with any ground ball.
You really just want to get the ball out of the infield here. If the ball stays in the infield, more than likely, they'll either try to turn 2 or head towards the plate.
And I'm going to try not to be cliche here for a minute, but you always hear the saying, a walk is as good as a hit. With a new arm coming out of a bullpen, you've got to be thinking that if you're Matt Maselli. You don't know what his control is like coming out of the bullpen. So a walk here does you just as good as a single.
Yeah, make the pitcher know that he's going to have to throw you strikes if he wants to get you out. Be disciplined, and like you said, a walk is just as good as a hit at this point.
And nonetheless, Matt Maselli has shown that he's a very good situational hitter this year. Hit the fastball, obviously, right up the middle earlier today. Even his ground out was right up the middle. So we'll see what happens. Dutton works quick, comes set at the belt. His first pitch misses high to Matt Maselli.
And there you go, just like we talked about. Maselli wants Dutton to show him that he can throw strikes. He's not going to be chasing those outside of the zone.
Dutton's just 5'11", on the smaller side for pitchers. Comes home with a 1-0, and he finds the inner half for a called strike. So game on here. First ball, then a strike. In there for a called strike. Maselli saw a fastball, low and inside corner. Now it's 1-2.
Yeah, Maselli now down in the count. You have to take those opportunities of the strikes you get. That was a very hittable pitch there.
Now time for him to battle. Dutton comes set at the belt, come home with the 1-2, and fouls off a breaking ball. If Maselli were to reach, Rob Taylor and Chris Leone due up next. And he swings through a breaking ball. Dutton gets him with a slider on the outer half. Huge out for LSU.
Yeah, that is an absolutely huge out for LSU. Now a double play would end the inning. Anything in the infield is definitely a threat for that. So now the Seawolves almost have to get it out of the infield. Get the ball up in the air. Score at least one run. You'd hate to walk away from this inning having not scored.
And despite having a lefty outfielder and Chris Carson on the bench, they're going to stick with Rob Taylor, who runs well. Fouls off the first fastball. So it appears Coach Senk is very hesitant to use his bench players here in the 8th inning. Opted to stick with Paulson. That worked out. Now he sticks with Taylor in the non-advantageous matchup. Takes a ball down, so now a 1-1 count.
Taylor already has produced in this game for the Seawolves. Of course, that RBI double in the second inning. Looking to add on to that.
Dutton will come home with a 1-1. Looking from the first base side. Fastball misses up and in.
That one was close. That looked similar to that third pitch to Maselli. That could have gone either way.
That inside corner, which has been fought over all day today by both sides. There'll be a 2-1 now to Rob Taylor. And he swings and rips one down the line inside the third base bag. It got past White, and it'll go into the corner. 2 runs will score. Eric Paulson digging around third. And he will stop at third, gets in there safely. Rob Taylor comes up with a big 2-run double and stretches this Stony Brook lead to 5-2.
And that is absolutely huge. We just mentioned the Rob Taylor double in the second inning. He comes up big here in the 8th inning. Puts the Seawolves even further ahead, and there's that cushion they were looking for.
Well, we talked about the inside corner of the plate. Both sides have been fighting for it, and Dutton went inside one too many times. Taylor rips it, turns and burns right down the left field line. White couldn't make a play on it. 2 runs score. And now second and third, Seawolves still in business.
This could turn into a huge inning for the Seawolves. Still 2 runners on, and it looks like they've got Paulson picked off at third, in between third and home, and they're going to tag him out for the second out of the inning as Taylor advances to third. Not what you want for the Seawolves there. You're just starting to get the line moving, and you get picked off at third base. So just like that, there's 2 outs now with a runner on third. Not great.
And that's something as a freshman that cannot happen. Looked like they were trying to get a squeeze play down. Leone pulled back. Paulson took off. I was looking down at my scorecard, and next thing you know, a guy's hung up between third and home.
You can't get too excited in those scenarios. I'm sure Paulson, as soon as he jumped, knew.
So now Leone needs a big hit, swings through a fastball from Dutton.
That's a huge play for the Tigers. Could stunt Stony Brook's momentum here, which would be huge.
Absolutely.
Down by 3, Stony Brook with a 5-2 lead. LSU has not been able to get the bats moving, so you certainly don't want to let Stony Brook score again here, and that's a huge out in preventing those runs.
Breaking ball there to Leone. Sits at the top of the zone, but does get the call. So now a 1-2 pitch coming.
It's a big at-bat, too. This could either keep the chain moving.
Leone pops it up behind the plate. Neal does not have a play as it comes off the screen.
Going back to that double by Taylor, just perfectly placed down the left field line. Couldn't have drawn it up better.
Seems like White was playing off the bag there because he didn't even dive at it. Breaking ball just misses as Leone takes one up and away. So we'll get to see another pitch. Leone's walked twice and struck out today. What a time it would be for the 9-hole hitting catcher to come up with a hit. 2-2 from Samuel Dutton to Chris Leone. And he gets him swing on a fastball. Just off the plate, swings through it, and Dutton limits the damage to 2. The pickoff helps them, but Stony Brook scores a pair. 3 runs, 1 walk, 1 left. LSU coming to bat. Stony Brook needs 6 outs to win. And we are back from Alex Box Stadium as Eric Balson is back on the mound for the bottom of the 8th. Grady Neal digging in to lead it off for LSU. 6 outs away.
An absolutely huge inning for the Seawolves. Some insurance runs there.
That breaking ball taken off the plate.
And like you said, just 6 outs away for what could be one of the bigger upsets in recent memory.
Absolutely. 1-1 pitch coming home. Breaking ball taken in the dirt. Well, this is what happens. LSU let Stony Brook hang around in the game. They had that lead, and then all it took was 1 big inning. Grady Neal gets one in the air, deep to right field. Taylor looks up at the wall, and that ball is foul. Had home run distance, couldn't straighten it out. So what could have been a big blow for the Tigers ends up going as a long foul ball, and now a 2-2 count. Freshman comes set at the belt, fires, and fouled away.
Yeah, Paulson might have been sweating a little bit with the ball in the air heading towards the wall.
Well, at the very least, it would have made it a 2-run game instead of a tie game a minute ago. And that's right down the middle. I don't know what Neal was looking for, but he takes a fastball right down the middle. Called strike 3. Paulson's got his first out of the 8th. And not to start the out counter as if it's a no-hitter, but only 5 outs away now.
Yeah, I think it's a fair count to start doing. This would be a huge upset from the Seawolves.
Now Jared Jones, who almost had the biggest blow of this game back in the 6th inning when he drove one deep out to left center field. To the warning track, Cam Santier collided with his left fielder, with the fence, came up with the baseball, and what could have been a home run ends up being a long out. Now Paulson ahead with a couple of swing strikes on breaking balls.
Of course, you can't get too comfortable if you're the Seawolves, especially Paulson. You can't get too comfortable. You might have got that insurance, but with a team like this LSU team, they could come back in the snap of a finger.
Absolutely, and this is what I was mentioning earlier. There is not an easy out in this lineup. Even LSU's 9-hitter is 3 for 3. As Jones bounces it out to short, Matt Maselli makes a play, throw on to first, 2 away here in the 8th.
A quick 2 outs as well for Paulson. Paulson's been pretty good since coming in.
Well, he labored in that first inning that he came in, worked out of a jam. Now he's been, his last 6 batters, has retired 5 of them. Just the walk to White in there.
This is a big threat here, Pearson. Pearson is 0 for 2 on the day with the walk. Looking to get on base once again.
Pearson does have a couple of home runs this year. It'll be a 1-1 from Paulson, and he pops it up. Shallow, right center, Santier coming in, angles over, makes the grab, and the Seawolves are now 3 outs away as we go to the top of the 9th. Eric Paulson goes 1-2-3 in the 8th. Stony Brook now 3 outs away from what AD said could be one of the biggest upsets in recent memory.
Yeah, this is not a spot we expected to be in, like I keep saying. And what an amazing inning that was from Paulson. 1-2-3, in and out quick, hoping to keep the momentum for the Seawolves, keep that momentum going, heading into the top of the 9th. 3 insurance runs feels like a lot right now. LSU has only scored 2 runs, so a 3-run cushion for the Seawolves feels really nice right now. But of course, you'd always love to add to that. So in this top of the 9th, with the top of the order coming up, the Seawolves are definitely going to look to do more damage and put this game away.
Evan Fox will lead off the top of the 9th. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. But we keep coming back to it. This guy is a .309 career hitter, hit 8 home runs last year, almost 40 stolen bases. This guy could get on at any moment, and once he gets on, you can basically guarantee him at second base.
Yeah, it's almost similar to the beginning of the game. You know, at the beginning of the game, I mentioned that you want Fox to get on. You want him to start that momentum just right off the rip. That's kind of what it feels like in this 9th inning. If he gets on, he's setting you up for another huge inning. Because you're assuming, you know, with the speed he has on the bases, you're assuming he can get to second, which would automatically put a runner in scoring position to open up the 9th.
And we've talked a lot about the running game of Stony Brook, right? But what needs to be noted is Jay Johnson runs this triad of catchers, and they all throw really well, among the best in the country. So that is that game of chess that's going to go on if Fox gets on. And we're back for the 9th. Samuel Dutton back on the mound. First fastball misses up to the 5'9" second baseman. Another fastball up, and it looks like Fox offered at it. It was not in the strike zone. They call him for a swing, however.
Oh.
Now one comes inside. Looks like a changeup that got away from Dutton got Fox right in the middle of the back, so he's going to get on first. And like we were talking about, top of the order, get Fox on base.
Yeah, and there it is, Fox on first. Now I'm interested to see if he'll run. Obviously, one of the biggest threats to run on this Stony Brook team, the biggest threat on the Stony Brook team to run. See if he tests the arm of Neal.
And another thing to keep in mind now, Cam Santier, another speed guy. Do wonder if maybe Matt Senk will put on a bunt play. Fox taking a big lead off first. And he does take off. Bluffed the steal, and he goes back to first. Snap throw from Neal. Got Jones off the bag.
Definitely looked like Fox was taking off there. I'm impressed that he was able to get back to the base.
Santier digs in on the 1-0. Comes home in a breaking ball that clips the up and away corner.
And you know they're just keeping their eye on Fox coming into this game. That was probably the biggest thing circled on their notepad. Evan Fox, if he gets on, watch out. So they are more than prepared for Evan Fox and his trickery on the base paths.
And that does have an effect on the pitchers. If he's thinking about Fox over at first, he's not thinking about the hitter. Pick-off throw from Dutton. Fox in easily.
And that's just another big part of Evan Fox's game. Even if he's not running, he is causing an impact on that pitcher. That pitcher's always going to be thinking about him, especially with Sutton and with Dutton. His back's turned to Fox right now. Fox could take a nice lead.
We saw speedsters like Brown Airing on base last inning against the lefty, and there was no threat of a run. But now, with Fox on base, righty on the mound, you guys can't see it obviously, but his jersey is completely covered. Bluffs another steal, brings back. Santier caught in between. Will be a swing strike for 2-2. So now a 2-2 pitch. Do you wonder if they put something in motion here? Breaking ball sits high. Fox does not run, and now with 3-2, even with nobody out, you'd think they'd have him running.
Yeah, Santier putting together a really good at-bat here, working the count to 3-2 with Fox on first base. This is a crucial pitch here if the Seawolves want to get some more support.
Santier now in his 5 at-bats has seen a 2-2 count in 4 of the 5, so as Dutton checks again on Fox.
Yeah, they're keeping tabs on Fox. They know he might be running on this 3-2 count.
And he's taking a huge lead and still getting back easily. This goes to show how good of a base runner he is.
Check on him again.
Back easy again.
Just shows Fox's ability to get in the head of the pitchers.
Going to come from Dutton to Santier, and they check on him again. And this is where, if we're playing in the major leagues, Fox would be at second base.
Yeah, you wouldn't be allowed to do that. Check on the runner more than twice. Fortunately for LSU, they could check on Fox as many times as they want.
Santier swing on a 3-2, flies it deep down the right field line, Pearson into the corner, and it's foul. Santier making a bid for one. Just pushed it a little bit too far.
And again with Santier, putting together an amazing at-bat so far.
Yeah, we saw him strike out in his first 2 at-bats, but since then it's been walk, fly, well-hit fly out, and now this battle. Fox takes his lead again. Dutton comes set at the belt. 3-2 coming home to Santier. And he blows it right past him. Put a fastball right past the Stony Brook center fielder. Fox did not move up on the play. And LSU gets a huge first out here in the 9th.
And now you got Goforth coming up, who's 0-4 today. He wants to make an impact. He will be swinging, which is a good sign for the Seawolves. This is what they want right now.
It's another contact hitter, another guy with a good eye, and another guy with good speed.
Speed is a common theme through this Seawolves lineup.
Up and down this lineup. Goforth swing at the first pitch, and he gets it down the right field line over the head of Jones. Fox will move up to third. He will turn third and score. And they throw him out at the plate. The relay throw came in from Jones, and they throw out Fox at the plate. Goforth got it down into the right field corner. We're watching off a TV screen, so we obviously can't see everything.
Perfectly placed ball from Goforth right down the line. Fox maybe got a little too ambitious going for home, but again, he has that speed, so I can't blame the third base coach for letting him go, but throw got there a couple seconds before he did, and they were able to tag him out.
And that's the freshman second baseman, Stephen Mala, making the relay throw from just outside the first base bag to the plate. Perfect throw to cut down a speedy runner at the plate. Goforth ends up at third with what will probably be ruled a double. Advance to third on the throw to the plate. Now Matt Brown-Airing, who swings over the first breaking ball for a swing and strike. Dutton comes set. Brown-Airing chops another one to short. Braswell makes the throw and just gets him at first. So despite the play by Fox and the hit by pitch and the triple, nothing comes of the inning. Good play by the LSU defense to limit the Seawolves to just a 3-run lead. Nonetheless, they do hold a 3-run lead.
Yeah, 5-2 Seawolves heading into the bottom of the ninth inning. We didn't even think that we would see a bottom of the ninth inning in this game. But LSU's offense has not been able to get going. Stony Brook's offense has done just enough. And again, a 3-1 lead, a 3-run lead heading into this bottom of the ninth inning.
So we're going to stay here with you and take a look at how we got here. So we obviously thought this would be a one-sided affair. LSU, the number 2 team in the country, number 3, no matter, or depending on who you look at. Stony Brook was the big underdog, but obviously they do have history with upsetting LSU. Second inning, facing Thatcher Hurd, LSU's ace, Stony Brook comes through. A couple of hits from Matt Brown-Airing, Brett Paulson get the ball rolling. Matt Maselli and Rob Taylor with big RBI hits to take a 2-0 lead. LSU comes back, scores a couple of runs, Paxton Kling with a 2-run double to tie the game. Fourth inning, Thatcher Hurd had him on the ropes. Stony Brook works out a walk. Cam Santier walks with the bases loaded to force in a run. From there, it was all Stony Brook. Then in the 8th inning, after 2 hits, once again from Brown-Airing and Paulson, Eric Paulson walked. Matt Maselli struck out with the bases loaded and 1 out against the relief pitcher Samuel Dutton. Rob Taylor rips a double right inside the third base bag. Next thing you know, it's 5-2 Stony Brook.
Paulson coming back out for the bottom of the ninth. He will face Mac Bingham.
First pitch is a fastball just off the plate.
We mentioned Paulson is a freshman. And he finds himself pitching in the bottom of the ninth inning against the number 2 ranked team in the country with the lead.
And a comfortable lead at that.
Yeah. Certainly a big moment for him. Big moment for the Seawolves.
Hasn't found it completely in this 9th inning as that fastball misses up and away. So Bingham ahead in the count 3-0. You wonder what Stony Brook's bullpen situation is like. 3 outs, strike right down the middle.
This is where Paulson looks to battle back from that 3-0 count. He's just going to have to throw pitches in the zone. He's going to have no choice to do but to do that.
LSU so far hasn't proved completely that they can hit this Stony Brook pitching staff.
Not something we thought we'd be saying either.
Absolutely.
(3-2).
And it's grounded through the middle, a base hit. So Bingham stays back on the 3-2 breaking ball, grounds it up through the middle. LSU's in business here to start the 9th.
Yeah, again, you can't get too comfortable if you're the Seawolves. Yes, you have a 3-run lead, but this is the LSU Tigers. They are the reigning national champions. They will not go down without a fight. And 3 outs may not seem like a lot, but against a team like this, it sure is more than you would think.
Yeah, obviously they've only scored 2 runs so far against a team that had a 9 ERA last weekend. But this is still a dangerous lineup. They're still hitting .380 so far this year. It now looks like they're going to make a move to the bench as Jake Brown, the freshman first baseman, is going to come off the bench. They're going to hit lefty-lefty here. Interesting call by Jay Johnson. But it'll be Brown taking over for Michael Braswell. 1-1 from Paulson. Curveball taken for a strike. Three, 1-2, and it swung and missed. A curveball threw it right down the middle. Brown swung right through it, and the move to the bench does not pay out for Jay Johnson.
How about Paulson with his second strikeout of the night, being on to one of LSU's better hitters this season?
He may be coming off the bench, but Jake Brown last year was the #1 player in the state of Louisiana. He's off to a great start this year, hitting 467. And he struck out on 4 pitches to a freshman left-hander. Now Paxton Kling, who's been the biggest thorn in Stony Brook's side today. 3 hits so far.
Yeah, Kling is 2 for 2.
Time taken at the plate. So we'll pause before this 1-1 pitch. Paulson comes set and misses with a breaking ball in the dirt.
This is where you got to be careful with a runner on base. This guy has beat you up today. Can't let him do it again.
Grounded back to the mound. Paulson goes to second with it. Bit of miscommunication between Maselli and Fox. They get the out at second. No return throw. What could have been a game-ending double play goes as a 1-6 fielder's choice as they get the second out at second base. Kling jammed in on the hands. Paulson made the good throw to second base. Fox and Maselli collided on the bag. Maselli came up with the ball, got the base for the second out. So crisis averted for Stony Brook. And it looks like LSU may be taking a look at this call as whether or not Maselli actually got his foot on the base.
Looked to me like he did.
It looked to me like there was a pile-up, 2 guys right on the base. One of them had to get it. We're now seeing the replay now for the first time. Paulson makes a great play, throws across his body, and it looks like Maselli gets the front part of that bag right before he comes off.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication between Maselli and Fox there. But yeah, it did look like Maselli caught that ball and had his foot on the bag.
And that runner, Bingham, came in really hard on Maselli, flipped him, upended him. Quite the drama here in the 9th inning at Alex Box Stadium. Shadows coming across the field. Umpires taking a look at this one. The lefty, Eric Paulson, 68 pitches into this game, looking to polish off a save. Trying to stay warm here during the review as him and Chris Leone throwing a bit. Otherwise, a whole lot of waiting around. For now, it's a 1-6 fielder's choice in the book. We'll see what happens. It
looks like the umpires are coming back onto the field.
And the crew chief does confirm the out call at second base. So an unsuccessful challenge will bring up Stephen Malam for his 5th at bat of the game.
And the Seawolves find themselves just 1 out away from a huge upset 5-2 victory at Alex Box Stadium.
Paulson nearing 70 pitches for the afternoon, coming out of relief, picking up what Eddie Smink started. Malam grounds it back up the middle. Maselli's got it, flips to second base, and that's the ball game. Stony Brook upsets number 3 LSU by a final of 5-2. Eric Paulson with 4 innings out of the bullpen to shut this one down. On his 70th pitch, he gets the final out, a ground ball to shortstop, 6-4 put out to end festivities here in Louisiana.
An absolutely huge upset by the Seawolves today, knocking off the second-ranked team in the country.
And we talked all the beginning part of this game about the dominance of Eddie Smink. How about the freshman, Eric Paulson, putting this team on his back? He looked a little rough in that first inning out of the bullpen, but he really turned it up in those last 3.
Yeah, I think Paulson might be one of the biggest pieces for this victory for Stony Brook. Not only did he come up to the plate, but on the mound, 4 innings in relief to finish out the game. An absolutely incredible performance.
The defense had been questionable coming into this game. They played great, made every play they needed to. The big hitting came. Just such a good, well-rounded team effort. They got contributions up and down the lineup. I mean, Matt Maselli, Rob Taylor coming up with huge hits.
Yeah, and at the start of this game, we saw the shadows in the outfield and the sun playing a big factor. It looked like it might have been a high-scoring game. We saw the complete opposite. LSU was unable to get their offense rolling, and it came back to bite them. The Seawolves got some big hits from Robert Taylor, and they were able to come out with the victory. A huge, huge upset.
So it's a 5-2 final from Baton Rouge. Stony Brook on top with the upset over the powerhouse, the reigning national champion in LSU. The final for Stony Brook, 5 runs on 10 hits, 1 error, 8 left on base. LSU 2 hits, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 8 left on base. Eddie Smink the win, Thatcher Hurd the loss. Eric Paulson gets his first save of his college career.
And the Seawolves handing the reigning champions their first loss of the season here.
That's all we got here from the studio. Thank you for tuning along today, and go Seawolves.